วัสดีครับ Here we have the parade beginning at the local administration office for this particular area, and every year it's a real delight to see the parade march proceed up to the museum. The bands, the floats, everything that's going on at the temple. It's a real lovely event. ขอบคุณครับ สวัสดีครับ Namaste ครับ 9 o'clock right now. We're here till around about lunchtime. This parade will go up and then join others at the temple. So, yeah, it's going to be a long day.
Hello.
You've got yellow on.
เด่นอยากเด่นผักหมังเราแต่ไม่สวยนะ
Okay.
เนาะของอาสวยนะ
Any soy, mate?
สวย
Okay. Well, good morning to you. Today is Saturday, the 3rd of September 2022. We're on a bus. We're actually out here in Sampatong. We're going on a very, very special journey up to the temple, up to the museum, and we're going to celebrate Ganesh in 2022, the homecoming. Welcome to Ganesh Chaturthi 2022 here at the Ganesh Museum out in Sampatong. This is a fabulous event to come to. If you're not here, you've missed it. Every year they hold this during the month between mid-August through to mid-September. This year, 3rd of September, this event is being held on. It's a 10-day event. The birthday celebrations, the celebration of coming to this earthly plane, and it's called his birthday. There's lots of people here dressed in lovely, colourful and traditional clothing. Every year I get more and more excited about this. There is so much to see. So many levels of detail, so many levels of enjoyment. not everybody's out of the museum yet. We've got a long series of people still to come, including Ganesh. You can see Ganesh being carried aloft there. Mr. Pundakorn is the man in the foreground under the umbrella. He is the founder of this Ganesh Museum. 2002 was the founding date. He followed an interest in Ganesh all his life, following on from images that his father had given him. There's a lot of information I'll leave for you, links to a website and obviously Facebook pages. Well, now the head of the procession is moving, and Mr. Pundakorn here is leading Ganesh out of the museum. This gentleman has brought so much good feeling to this subject of Ganesh. He's devoted his life to Ganesh. I mean, here we see Ganesh on his bed, on his held aloft bed, coming out of the museum. Today he will go through many ceremonies. This is just the lead in, just the start of this fantastic ceremony. Oh, how beautiful is that? How absolutely beautiful. Om Ganapati Mhor. He's looking at me. How lovely is that? We'll see people throwing marigolds, beautiful, rich coloured flowers towards statues of Ganesh and in the paths of people walking. Marigolds actually represent the sun, the brightness, the positive energy, auspiciousness, the power of strength. Well, Ganesh Chaturthi is the celebration that is held every year since apparently 1600s. The first record of it was celebrated in Pune, India, in the reign of King Shivaji, somewhere between 1630 and 1680. It was practiced in people's homes. It was a private thing whereby people adored a statue, the thoughts, the feelings, the prayers, the emotions of people towards Ganesh in their homes. The Empire, bloody British Empire, they came in and banned the practice of celebrating Ganesh. And you know, people were holding puja every day during a period of his coming to this earthly plane for the 10 days, celebrating, chanting here, you know, something like Ganapati Bappa Morya, O Lord Ganapati, our father. Go ahead, please come back next year. These sorts of rituals were spoken only in a home. But a guy called Lokmane Tilak in the 1890s, he actually saw that there was a need. He wanted to bring the people together, and he actually brought the public adornment of the adoration in public, the ceremony, the practice of adoring Ganesh into public in the 1890s, 1893 apparently, and he actually unified the people against the empire. He brought the people together as one through Ganesh, it said. Now Ganesh is actually the child of Shiva and Parvati. Ganesh is known for many names. There are so many names. I think there's more than 16, and then when you go to another country it's called something different. Ganapati is a regular name we hear, so I'll stick with that one for the time being. Well, what you're seeing here is a Mhor dance. This is called traditional Thai dancing, the finger dance. Looking on Google, the history of this was actually, it was brought into Thai courts. It was something learned from Indian traditions and came into Thainess as we know it today, because it came through, I believe, Rama II. So that's way back in the 1800s. It has come to be known as a finger dance now, but this Mhor is a beautiful dance here in a Ganesh ceremony in Thailand, bringing the two countries together maybe, blending this wonderful mythology, this beautiful tradition across both nations of Indian culture and Thai culture.
Distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome His Excellency, the Consul of the Indian Consulate in Chiang Mai today, Mr. Krishna Chaitanya. ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับดังๆนะครับสำหรับท่านกงสุล Krishna Chaitanya
Om Namah Ganesha Kha Te Mahatheva
I feel so privileged to be up here. I keep saying that word lately. This is a fantastic ceremony going on here. There's currently a elephant-headed dancer on the steps in front of the Ganesh statue that's on the top under the umbrella. People from the lower level will come up soon and they will start to pour liquids and adorn Ganesh statue with sweet liquids, offerings. It will be a lovely sight.
กัมวินายกัมพัตตาวาสัมสมเรนิยมมายุกามารสิตาเอปัตตมัมวัครดุนธัมจาเชกรันตัมดุติยกัมนวารตเตยาตานีนามานีเรสันติยัมยาวเตนะระหะนาจะมิกนามิยันตัสยาสรวาสิทธิกรัมพระภูติสังฆวินาสนัมสีลนปฏิโสตัมสัมภูรนัม
Next year. Well, this chant, this prayer, this wish is saying, Ganesh, O Lord, go forward and come back next year. This is a fantastic ceremony. I'm welling up, but I'm not emotional. I'm excited. This is a fantastic event. I can see all these faces down here queuing up and waiting to come up. They're going to pour sweet liquids over the top of Ganesh. What we've seen here are liquids being poured in an order, but we've had milk, we've had honey, we've had yogurt, we've had sesame seed, we've had marigold, of course, in scented water. We have had lots and lots of sugar. Ganesh has a sweet tooth. Artistic people from many backgrounds come here, whether it be performers, whether it be artists, musicians, people who have followed Ganesh, people who are practicing Hindu, Buddhist people, people who wish to pay respect to Ganesh on this very special day. When I was doing my little bit of research to give you some information and inform me about what I look at and what I see, I was finding that there are a lot of websites that like to explain various facts about Ganesh. I'll leave a link in the description below to one of them. There are fantastic stories. I mean, there's one there which is all about the broken tusk. Why do we see Ganesh with a broken tusk? Well, one of these stories was about Ganesh, who said he would transcribe a poem read to him by Vasaya, a well-known sage. And whilst he was writing, his quill, his means of writing, broke. He snapped off his trunk and carried on writing with the trunk. So he put it to good use out of respect for the Vasaya, who was dictating this very long poem. Now there's another story about the tusk, which is there's a guy whose name is Pashaya Ram, I think that's how you say it, a good friend of the family. Ganesh was at the family home. Shiva was meditating, and Ganesh was guarding, looking out for his father. This good friend came to the home and wanted to see Shiva, but Ganesh stood in his way and he said, "You cannot enter, you cannot come through." Well, this man, who was very renowned for losing his temper, hot-headed, actually took his sword and cut the tusk off. Ganesh is said to have accepted this out of respect. Ganesh was happy that it happened out of respect for the good friend of the family. You know what a lovely story. Whichever way the tusk broke, there is a lovely, lovely story behind it. I think these myths and these stories that are handed down, maybe they get embellished, maybe they are changed in a way that satisfies people's imaginations. But when you hear of these two being repeated so often, it's beautiful, isn't it? Well, now the ceremony continues. Ganesh is being brought down from the balcony in front of the main hall there, and the procession will come along a red carpet of marigold. People will continue to throw marigold leaves, petals over the deity.
ทรงยินดีเสด็จสู่ยังพิธีเถิดพระแม่อินทรานีโอมอินทรานีโอมกังกนาปะกะเยนะมะหาโอมโมรยาเลบัพพะโมรยาเล
Bappa Morya
Well, this is great fun. I hope you're enjoying this.
ทีเดียวเลยครับผมทานแล้วครับจะเริ่มแล้วครับจะเริ่มแล้วครับหันหลังหน่อยมาหน่อยอ่ะแต่ครับแต่สาธุครับ
不是มาว่ะไม่พูดอ่ะฮะพูดมาว่ะพูดไว้จะมาเขาจะมีงานอยู่10 วันอ่ะ
I have come into this circular courtyard with a lovely construction in the middle. The name of it is on the plaque outside, and I wished I could remember it. It's a beautiful place. The sound of outside is just dull, and in here the acoustics are amazing, yet there's no roof, with all these lovely statues of deities around the outside here. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me here out at the Ganesh Museum in Sampatong. This is an annual event, apart from the big sea that's held it off for the last 2 years. This event this year has been even better, more spectacular than the 2021. I'll leave a link above to that video. This location is developing all the time, and I've said it in recent videos again. If you've not been here for a while, come and have a look. It's really developing nice. It's beautiful, and if you've not been here, it's free to get in. It's fantastic to see, and hopefully you can grow to appreciate the wonders of Ganesh. Ganesh, there are so many stories about Ganesh's birth, and if you look at the links below, you'll find out the variety of thoughts about how he came about. I actually love the one whereby his mother, Parvati, she made a model of this boy that had powers and stood him guard in front of the place that she was bathing, and it's said that, you know, that the washed off from her actually made the clay, and that's what she moulded Ganesh from. But the boy, this beautiful little thing that was made from clay, stood in the way of his father, her husband, the creator, Shiva. So Shiva wanted to come in and see the, I mean, you know, it's not this little bathroom sort of affair like we have in these days, but it's like where she was bathing, and he couldn't because Parvati had said, no, I want somebody to protect me, to be with me all the time. Ganesh just wouldn't let Shiva in. So Lord Shiva chopped off his head. Now, Parvati was so annoyed, so incensed by this, she begged Shiva to, do something, get something, to sort this out. And he sent his men off into the wilderness to get the head of the first sleeping thing, animal, anything, that was, bring the head back. And it was an elephant head, and therefore the elephant head was put onto the body of the human. And that's apparently how Ganesh was created, with the body of a human and the head of an elephant. Wonderful little stories. But I'll, as I say, leave you a link below, so check them out for yourself. Well, when I rushed out of the hall behind Ganesh's statue that was being carried, I forgot to put my shoes on, and I've got to walk over all these stones with my shoes off, and it's pretty rough going, but it's a nice place. So yeah, anyway, thank you for joining us here. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, the procession and the ceremony, and the whole environment that's here. I hope you did too. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.